Hi, Cail.
Hi, Mike.
Quite the start to your season, going from losing 7-1 to winning 8-1 in just 4 games. Do you think that change in scoring is indicative of how your team's play has evolved over those 4 games?
Yeah, I think that there's a little bit of the bounces involved in that, Mike. But I do think that we've taken a nice graduation from getting our feet under us to starting to play, our game. But I think it goes toward both sides. In our first couple of games, a couple of things just weren't working out for us, and they were finding some luck. And I think tonight we had some puck luck too. So, but I like the way the guys have come along here once they've gotten a couple games under their belt.
And obviously up 8-1, third period, huge cushion. But were you at all concerned by the level to which the Marlies sort of outshot you in the third period?
I didn't like it, but at the same time, I understand the nature of the beast there and the mentality when you're in ultra competitive environments and suddenly the score starts to sway like that. It can be very tough. So, for the most part, I thought that we managed their looks, but it did seem like they were putting us on our heels. So, didn't love that, Mike, but I understand that's going to happen when you get into those kind of games.
Thanks, Coach.
Go over to Darren.
Lots of goals today, Cail. Are you pretty easy to keep kind of the combinations you have together right now? Phillips and Ruzicka in particular seem like they've got some chemistry. Are you seeing some chemistry kind of throughout that kind of top lines?
Yeah, definitely. I think Phillips and Ruzicka definitely have shown great chemistry, and it's been present for a little while now. It's taken a couple games for the puck luck to sort of come along for them, but right now, obviously, with the sort of overflow of offense from today, we'll be pretty comfortable with those lines. And I think, obviously, you're always looking for those combos, those at least two-man combos, and I think that we've got a couple sets of those right now.
I'm curious what you've seen in kind of the maturation of Martin Pospisil, a guy who is a unique player. He's certainly there's a lot of things there, a lot of attractive qualities, but you kind of have to rein him in a little bit. I know we had that tough injury last year, just from maybe a year ago. A year ago when the season began, and kind of where he's at now. Are you starting to see a little bit of that development, maturation wise?
Yeah, we saw a lot last year where I think he took big strides from when he came into our team in Stockton at the beginning of last year to where we left off at the COVID break. And you could see an evolution. It took a while, and it took some time for us to trust him. And he was young into the pro game, coming out of the USHL, so there were a lot of big steps for him to take. And at the same time, he showed that he was coachable, and he also showed that he could make plays. And so we were seeing that in later in the season last year. So it was a disappointment when we went on break for a guy like Martin. But at the same time, now giving him some good opportunity here, he's done really well. He's got great edge to his game. He's physical, and he makes great plays. Like he had a really solid game tonight, and I think one of the things that also stands out with Martin is he does those things. He plays hard. He makes good offensive plays. And at the same time, at the drop of a hat, if someone threatens someone in his family, he'll go right after them. And I think that is a quality that is deeply, deeply ingrained in him. He's got a big family that he really loves, and he treats his teammates like his family.
Yeah, I was going to say this felt like if you were to watch the highlight reel from today, it's kind of the full package with him, right? You had the offense, move playing well with Peterson. That seems to be going well, and at the same time, he's kind of got Phillips back there. And
yeah, definitely. It's sort of it is the whole package that way, and it's certainly. A lot of good traits, and I think over the course of this week too, some real good moments where there are some things that we need to work on earlier in the week with Martin, and by the end of the week here, he's doing them really well. So I give him a lot of credit for that. Taking direction in terms of just the little things away from the puck. I thought he had a good week there, and it's sort of culminated in a really strong game today.
Maybe squeeze in a bit of just a logistics question. So what now? You guys are heading out east. When does this trip begin for you, Cail?
This will begin on Tuesday for us. So we'll take a day off tomorrow, and then we will come back in and practice for a few days in a row. Then we'll have a flight day on Tuesday, and we'll get back into it here in Ottawa.
This is nothing new for you as a coach in an AHL team, but I guess you bring a goalie cut jersey with no name bar on the back and just see who's going to be on the bench to help you on next week.
Yeah, we definitely. It's there can be lots of things going on. There's a lot of moving parts right now, so certainly we like what we've gotten in these last couple of games from Wolfie. He's been really solid, so that's great.
That's I guess that's Pascal's area, right? Just find me a second goalie.
That's right. Yeah, that's right. Exactly.
Go ahead, over to Mike.
So just to confirm the timeline on that, I take it no Wolf or no Zary on the trip next week?
We have to wait and see here into the weekend, but depending on exactly how things are going to work with their WHL teams. I can't commit to anything until I know for sure. Right now they're in a room, and we'll stick with that.
Absolutely. Just talking specifically, I mean, you mentioned how Posh Basil, everybody on the team is just like a family, and that the tilt that he got into at the end of the third period, just how important do you think it was, even in a game that's sort of out of reach for the Marlies, but in a game that's sort of preconceived notion of how it's going to end at that point, but just getting into that fight after Phillips is taken down, what did you make of that?
That's what I'm saying. It's a trait in him that is really endearing in a team sport, that if someone does something to a teammate that's unacceptable, he will not hesitate to go after them and make them pay a price. And I think that his teammates really appreciate that. It doesn't, when you have that kind of standard, it doesn't matter what the score is. You have to take care of business, and Martin's, he's got a true heart there. Like, he just does what he has to do, and it's unflinching in terms of just his reaction time. He doesn't think about things. It's honest for sure.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Switching gears a bit, Mark Simpson, 2 goals tonight, but also just kills penalties for you guys. And has he met or exceeded the expectations that you guys had for him coming into the season?
Well, it's early, but he certainly has gotten off to a great start. Conversation with Mark going into his first game was, you got to be good on faceoffs, you got to help us on the penalty kill. And give him credit, he's done exactly that. And he's also been good and physical and responsible. So we talked in the room about a number of things after the game, but we gave Beck and Gallant and Simpson some credit for allowing us to be in a 4 and 6 nights kind of atmosphere. We were rolling, and that line gave us energy, and we were able to play a lot of forwards. And a lot of credit to them for playing a good brand of hockey, chipping in goals, but also making sure that we didn't get far away from that identity of putting pucks behind people and going after them.